lost 5.2 million.
I was bugging you the other day, but calling you and he was already done. But I hadn't been in the yard for so long, I didn't know. Oh, we got that one.
I've changed, of course you can see there on the salaries, we didn't have a position at a certain rating. And so I increased our salaries 5,000 to cover that. And I moved some around throughout everything, but overall I think about $24,231 out of our budget. Needless said to figure out 8%, but I think it's actually a little higher than that. Close to 10. Pretty close. I figured we could, next year was one of them years that we didn't have a lot to replace on our 10-year plan, so I figured we could decrease it a little bit more to help out. And I mean, if we need to, we could, I could probably go back in and fine tune it a little more if we absolutely had to take more out of it.
Chemicals, that's foam.
We're better on equipment.
And really, like the firefighter equipment, because when we bought all that gear, we took it out of our reserve. You know, I took over 16,000 out of it. But that's just because we moved all as much into our reserve to replace that. So,
Do you know what your reserve is now?
239,000, I believe is what it was. Somewhere right in there, I didn't print that out here.
Is the big tender still being repaired, or
Yes. They're working.
they're working on it?
Last email I got from them. They want to make sure we were still interested. That's the next one.
We got 280,000.
Do you need anybody look at those brakes on that, or do you get a chance to look at
I've
those?
been playing with it. I haven't got it figured out yet though.
I ain't seen any air brakes like that, where you have two magnets on both sides of those poles.
Yeah. That's the military for you.
One of the trucks from Seward that went to that structure fire, you hit the brakes and release them, and it still got the brakes locked in. The only way you can get the brakes to unlock is by release the air pressure off. It's like an emergency. Pardon?
Where do you do that?
You gotta take the
Line off the brake?
I helped Pat get them back to Marshall's.
We got a valve or something somewhere that's
It's
not.
sticking?
Yeah, but I mean, it literally locks up all four of them tight.
So Pat drove to town, you know, don't touch the brakes, so you gotta stop and release the air pressure. You guys ever drive down by where they're putting up the fire, what would you call it, training center?
Training.
Worked on that Saturday.
We got a lot done. We got a lot left to do, but it's a lot closer than it was.
Looks a lot different.
We never did get that old mobile command listed or put up for getting rid of it. I mean, I have a feeling now we're probably gonna put batteries in it to make it run. We wanna get any money out of it. But I'm assuming you guys are okay with, I don't know whether we put it on big iron or something, just,
No, that, probably do that.
I think we did, it's just sitting out back, we need to get rid of it.
I'd get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and make sure we can get it fired up and running and get it listed so we can get rid of it.
At least if you put it on the big iron or something, that you'll get some bids. I don't think you'll have any bids if you put it on steel bids right here.
And that's the old,
That's the old ambulance, 80, I think it's an 86 or something, that's all. But it's just taking up space and we need to get rid of it.
You'll get something out of it.
On your shop supplies, what would that be?
Just anything for all the stations, I mean, maintenance stuff. Some of that stuff, in 2019, once spent $143, but now we're actually, I think some of the stuff got taken from other.
That's what I was gonna say, it's probably coding errors.
Right.
I mean,
Which we've been trying to do a little bit differently and make sure everything's good.
you're a lot more accurate than
Right.
most people.
So. I don't know, what, on our leases,
You lease the buildings.
and that's something,
Um,
we've got 6,000, but we only spent 4,500.
You lease, you pay, Maxwell Radium, Sewer, Hudson Stafford, $500 or $900 a year. Yeah, I don't know why,
It's probably not gonna do well.
No,
I don't know, so, but yeah, that's what that is.
I mean, because if all we're spending is 4,500, we can change, we can drop another 1,500 off of that. Because we don't fix any company.
No, you pay the
If
others.
somebody raises,
It goes for their utilities and stuff.
It's been that 900 for,
So, I don't know, but that's not to say it couldn't go up, I don't know.
oh, the one in Hudson, you're gonna have to start paying for utilities.
There was that. The fire station,
yeah, we pay each
Pendant City
station,
for,
each
Well, what
city
was it?
$900 a year.
You did the repair up there. and-
that was on the ambulance, EMS,
Oh,
EMS.
so that's kind of the utilities, I mean, and on her budget.
I'm not sure how the utilities work up there, I think the banks pay.
But
I'm not
I understood
sure.
that I'm paying them.
Oh, really?
when she comes.
She hasn't scheduled.
Other than that, it's been really quiet and good. So, working with Stafford on getting the big truck finished up. We're taking parts and pieces off of one truck that we sent back to forestry to finish that truck, so we're scheduling the work day to get it done.
And you found the fire chief or something?
Yes. Paul has some help with that, with the fire chief. So, and then I think right now Jared is getting us figure out his good system. That's all I have. Thank you.
You. I'll do them. Getting there.
Snooze, you lose.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes for the May 27th meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from May 27th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried.
I make a motion that we move the date for the restrictions, gathering restrictions, go from June 20th to June 15th. That
No,
restriction,
June 22nd to June 15th.
yeah, June 22nd to June 15th. That we will remove the restrictions.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, second to remove the mass gathering restrictions from June 22nd to June 15th. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried.
Okay. You can.
I'm presenting my 2021 budget. Nothing much has changed. I'm down $100 because I'm going to drop my post office box. Generally, the mail hasn't been getting out by 8 anyway. So we just have it delivered like we used to. That way we don't have to walk back over and get it.
Do you know how much you have in your capital outlay fund?
No.
Did you make a copy of this and kind of do it around to all the department heads? That means that we're gonna find 500,000 and cut out the county budget.
She's got $6,779. Tech fund is what it's called.
Oh, okay, that's,
$6,779.
I
That's
knew
just for
that.
the price of oil,
oh, yeah.
value of oil.
Yeah. And my tech fund's a little bit lower than I'd like to have it, but
Do you see anything coming for the next year, or you just don't replace it till it breaks down?
we try to replace it before it breaks down. This morning I went in and my scanning computer wouldn't come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we're hoping it's just the battery backup. The other devices that are plugged into it are working, but Randy's on his way. We're gonna, hopefully it's just the backup, but
But as far as like replacing printers
we-
or copiers,
I'm gonna have to replace my personal printer on my desk. It's really old and that's probably in the foreseen future, but that's not super high. Everything else is in pretty good shape. I just got a new copy machine last year. And all the computers are, aside from the scanning one that did come on, are fairly new.
Because you just got the computers last year or the year before. Very long ago.
It wasn't too long ago. It was a couple years ago for the public computers, and then Beth and I have been upgraded, I think, 1 year apart from each other. The scanning computer was mine.
Yeah.
Computer, we moved it over. No, I don't see anything. The big book scanner, it's gonna maybe need some software upgrades. I'm gonna talk with them here in a month or so. They're all down right now with COVID. Nobody's really working, and the guys that are working from home can't really help me with things, so. It's working, and it's working good, but as with everything, it needs upgrades, so. But generally, my tech fund will take care of that.
It's pretty much
Yeah. And we'll,
loans and salary.
yeah, and we'll start doing passports once I know all this, once I'm comfortable with the COVID being really on the downhill. I'm doing passport photos, one person at a time, you know, if they bring their family in for photos, they have to leave them in the hall. We bring them in here and do the photo, and I wipe everything back down. But I'm still not comfortable with handling everybody's documents and having parents bring 3 kids in, you know, all in the same, yeah. My priority is my researchers and title companies and things like that. So.
surely passports haven't been too big of a demand right
Well,
now.
when we were closed, I had a couple people banging on the door wanting to do passports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably really open up.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the actual, the national agencies, they're not open yet either. And they're not issuing them unless it's a life or death situation.
Looks good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You want to jump in real quick?
Really on my budget, I had not made any changes on it because there's so much that's just unknown as far as what, right now we're down on jail because we don't want to take our prisoners, but it's gonna start picking up. Activity has already started picking up outside in the weather. It is what it is, unfortunately. Excuse me. Juvenile expenses.
Since the actual expenses were down, quite a bit, would you expect that?
What's that?
Since your actual expenses were down, do you think that'll change next year or just the kids?
With the way the budget, the way the financial stuff is throughout the country, I think we're going to take up a lot more on tests and things like that. So the chances are it's going to be, most of it's going to increase. I hope it does, but I don't think it is. We've only had several larger, not so much in our county, but surrounding counties that have been occurring more large scale. Sounds like some of them, when they're doing it, they're making it worthwhile. So,
I guess you heard the news, good news,
Yeah,
where we got
I heard.
to figure out 500,000 coming
Yeah.
out. So I mean, if a guy needed to, a guy might be able to find a little bit of money to take out of here.
if I have to, I'll find some.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And just, hope I don't have to be using that line item, but,
Yeah.
because like I said, the biggest item right now, a lot of it is really the prisoner expense and medical. Because one little thing can blow your medical.
Don't arrest anybody if they look sick.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Do a physical first.
That's the big unknown
Yeah.
right there, those two spots right there.
So we've just been fortunate last year.
Really have been. And this year, we're gonna be probably down under, because like I said, the code, because no one would take our prisoners. We had prisoners that needed, and people that needed to go to jail, but they didn't need to go.
Yeah.
No one would
But,
take them.
but we agreed to
Most of them were
give
OR
them
bond.
OR bonds and let them out of jail because nobody wanted it.
So have they lifted the restriction on the jail? Can you get
It's a
them in
case
there?
by case right now.
That's,
Right.
We check with them.
you would know better than I
Last time, I
would.
think, we thought they, no, it's still an individual, case by case.
So is it,
And
they
they would
want
say
to,
when they would just move. That's our main primary jail, Rice County right now. Is what we normally use, and it's pretty full. It's not that they're full, but they're just limited to what we have in. I think they're still upset about the one individual that came out of the east. Out of a city arrest that wanted to go on through the county, but he was the one that caused him to have a decon in the jail and everything else, so I think he might be still a little upset about that.
so it's more of the county whether they take it, not the prisoners.
Well,
so-
Martin County had gotten to the point that it was full. They stayed busy with their own. Pratt County, they're small enough to handle their own, but we had to kind of stop using it because we would have people there. And then they said, I'm sorry, we have people coming in, you have to move your people. And it's not always, and they'll hit it on a busy day where well, sorry, we can't move them. And it costs us more money to actually do move them because we have to call people off, days off and things like that. And they're a little bit higher per day.
Fridays?
Fridays, $10 a day higher. No,
Cable TV?
I've seen some of the food at some of the different jails, and I wouldn't say any of it's better.
Just ask
Unless they have a commissary, nobody's gonna gain weight in jail. Pratt doesn't have commissary.
You know, I started looking at building a tent city out there in Sandy Lane.
I've had people mention it to me, that's what needs to be, that was needs to go down.
Weather's getting nice.
Yep.
It's true.
And it's
Gotta
not
get
next,
worse.
it's not this next coming year, it's the year after that I have to buy a second vehicle. That's not out of general, that's what I have kind of, since I became sheriff, I started setting money back at the end that we never had before, so.
Are you saying in 21 or 22?
It's part of it. It's in the 21, part of 22. These are like, just depends on how the vehicle's doing.
But that'll come out as reserve.
I have a reserve. Yeah, I reserve up since I took it. That'll take care of that fifth vehicle. It's not ever budgeted for out of the general.
So on your office equipment and your computer equipment, you know, your 5,000 budgeted there, do you have anything scheduled to replace or
No,
that's just
nothing was
something?
scheduled that we were, I believe, most of them are more up to date. I don't know. We got some that were old enough that they couldn't ever put them back in.
It's just a good idea to keep that in there in case.
Yeah.
Like
Something.
Randy normally keeps everything we got
Mhm.
up to stuff for us and knows out a lot, so.
What is personnel equipment? Like vests?
Vests, uniforms, things like that. We have another year that we're gonna do a vest and they run over
Do they have like a 10-year, 5-year lifespan?
Normally 4 to 5. Yeah, after so many years, and depending on how the weather, they start breaking down, the fibers start breaking down, so they don't hold.
Will they all come due in 1 year?
No, we'll have a couple of them 1 year because they were actually quite to us, myself and Tom, were outdated by 2 or 3 years when we finally replaced.
How many deputies do you have?
There's
Including Tom? So there's 5 full-time. Full-time, okay.
Well, hopefully we don't touch the juvenile budget.
I will speak, juvenile has been fairly small.
Yeah,
Well,
it only takes
because-
one of them.
I mean, yeah, that's,
It
you
only
know,
takes one to
And
blow that
that's-
budget out of the water.
What is that, 170 a day?
150 a day.
let's say, you
Well,
know,
that's the last time was 100.
It's on the same.
to house somebody,
That's all it is.
to house an adult in jail is 35-ish a day, depending on where we're at.
What-
Adults.
Adults 35, depending where we're at, is the standard.
Give or take. But juveniles and Bob Johnson's and Hutch is crazy. You know, and last year we had one particular young man who,
Costs.
we had a lot of issues with him and yeah, he cost us a lot of money and so hopefully we don't have that this,
I didn't so far this year.
Yeah. Well, we had one, they were trying to charge us, and they didn't get it
Yeah, we
done.
don't spend
Yeah.
any yet.
But that's that one they sent us a few bills on, I said, no, I'm not paying.
yeah, Rob and I talked about it and we said we need to know, go.
Several thousand on that, so
Yeah.
they're trying to get us to pay for it, it's a state law.
How big is that junior officer attached?
As far as
Bed size?
15,
Really?
20.
They have two sides, one's an actual, what they call the detention side,
and then the shelter
It's a
side.
locked-up jail. It's basically-
But just detention, I think they can hold 15, 20 kids, I think.
So, I mean, it's not a big facility.
Not huge.
It's not. And from there, we have to go farther east to get full.
Yep.
One of the fears I have for this year's budget though, I mean, for the next coming budget is all the jails that have to house out of people, out of county people, if they're not gonna go up to the east. And if we get people just wondering, which we've had several in the past that have been sentenced for a year in county jail, that's almost $13,000 right there on top of the budget.
Well, and just planting seeds for thoughts. Rob and I, when I came on 4 years ago, there was discussions about building a jail. Whether you, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, yeah, that is something that has been discussed in the past. It saves transport cost, it saves the $35 per day. If you can, like Rice County or Pratt County, rent out and have other counties pay you, it's revenue. Sadly, I don't know how else you say it.
Some jails have actually been paid for.
Yes.
Housing out of.
Harvey County and Rice County both.
Central County has paid for the jails.
How many more employees do you need though?
But that's another discussion for another day.
I would say a minimum of 20.
Jailers, you have to have cooks.
I would say probably closer to 50. I mean, if you're gonna build a jail, you might as well build 125, that to where you make full use of your employees.
Sometimes you can go too big though. I see
Yeah.
some jails.
Well, and we probably need to just do some sort of figure out how many on average we have and,
Some of them you'll build around 35, but then you go up to 50 because they can always house one floor. Like a cot.
so.
Well, not really a cot, but there's your mattress on the floor.
Do a lot of that part.
Yeah, the Farmer County Jail had one point, they had one cell for women and they had 6 women in each cell. So you're not always, they're not always here for so many females and things like this, but the male side was full and the females were just crazy.
There's a problem that's not gonna go away, and I think you ought to look at it in the future.
But,
They'll have a guaranteed fill.
because I was looking at kind of, like I said, 8% cut, it's a pretty big cut.
Yeah.
It was, when I played with it, it was a little hard to do that whole 8%. Could cut some. Because it's always, like I say, it's the very minimum.
To jump ahead, since he and I are kind of side by side, my budget is the same as last year.
You got a copy?
Well,
Yeah, yeah, because I'll forget
Make
that.
4 of them. 4? Yeah. Phil's not out there, is he?
The center real quick sent their, information, they said they would come down if you want to see them. We budgeted 9,000 for this, for 2020, they're asking for the 19,096, which is what we've done in the past. But we need to make cuts last year, so we cut them to 10,000, so. Do you want them to come down? It's mental health.
Is this Sunflower?
This is the Center for Counseling and Consultation in Great Bend.
Were they the ones that used to do the interviews to see if they need to go be hospitalized, but they wanted to do them all on
They did.
computer? And so you cut them because they wouldn't come down.
Well, and honestly, I don't think Rockies is using that much. So, I just need to know if you want to leave them at the 9,000 if you want them. But we can talk about that later, but first of all, do you want them to come
No.
down? Okay, perfect. I've got the sunflower scheduled to come, so. Clay, I need the,
Yeah.
historical. Morning, sunflower.
I'm still trying to find the 9,000. What page is that on?
Well,
What
it's,
was that?
it's not on there.
That's
They're
just what they
asking for
want.
19, but for 2020, we cut them to 9 on our
Okay.
budget.
Is it
On
9
our-
or 10?
Nine.
Okay.
We cut them $10,000.
Section.
So they're 119, they just
They're
don't
wanting
show,
it back up.
they don't show what we did.
Yeah.
No.
They always had these.
So when we go through them, you guys can tell
They
me
usually,
Yep.
what you're looking at.
Really?
don't these scouts go out and check out roads before they start hauling?
Well, they're giving around, so I'll call them, find out what goes on this year. That's, they're holding up traffic.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
That's not what they're supposed to be doing.
Who's that?
Oversized loads.
We're using the roundabouts rather than using the lanes. They were hung up in the middle.
In the middle, why didn't they take?
They couldn't use the morning use
They
thing?
didn't use one yesterday with the big motor.
But it does
They're
have,
way
the-
long.
but it does have the big sign that says only authorized
Authorized.
personnel. So who's authorized?
Anybody
Maybe
else
they're
using
thinking,
it?
I'm
Well,
gonna
the
get
only
a
people
ticket
I've
there.
seen use it are pickups.
That's what I was gonna say, I saw a cargo use that the
Well, I
other day.
almost used it last night for my tractor trailer.
And who cares?
Well, they have a pilot car in front of them, so that's just.
Well, that shouldn't be
that's just.
Well, they had them scattered. There was 4 of them and they were scattered. Even one was going,
And then they'll sit there and block traffic.
southbound
They had to do
on
that.
the northbound wing.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they go around?
They probably didn't know what those are for.
It's your job.
Well, I'm not gonna say so, what I think it is, because it's just so, they are the rights people.
On your budget, Mike?
Yes,
Where
sir.
you have your meetings and traveling expense, is that for like continuing education, or what do you mean?
As far as that, since I've been here, we haven't used it.
I mean, I didn't know whether you need to send Mandy to like a training deal, or just,
Maybe, if I saw something that come up that I thought would be good for her. But as far as me, my continuing education, I take care of it through my office. I don't charge through the county. So other than maybe, yeah, like you said, something for Mandy, but I don't remember the last time I sent Mandy or Mary anywhere. I take that back. Mary went to a conference or two, I think.
and you don't see anything, I mean, you don't have anything scheduled to be replaced as far as computer or printer or anything for next year?
Negative.
So if we actually, we might be able to find a little bit of wiggle room.
Breathing room.
You know, if
Sure.
we're wanting all the departments to take some cuts.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Not crazy, but.
Yeah.
Well, both of them, 10%. What's up? Start cutting something else. Yeah. And the only thing that I want to do is seal this. The other thing to me, that's, I don't care, I mean, if we're okay or rougher, it just means you don't make too much mix, but once you're out there.
I think you would cause yourself a bigger
Oh,
problem.
yeah,
5
see,
to 10
you,
years down the road.
it takes a long time to get that curve back.
Do you see anything, purchases next year? I mean, do we have anything scheduled for?
We haven't purchased anything this year, we need to buy some dump trucks. And I don't, I'm trying to find used by the time we do this, by the time we set the last one up, I think we're going to problem. Excuse me, back up. We've got 4 spreaders. They're over, 3 of them are over 20 years old. They are not stainless steel.
are just about that. These were all bought in the 90s, so they're close to 30 years old, actually. They're going old. So you get, I mean, we clean them up all the time, but I mean, it's just the nature of salt, it just eats away at everything. And we've, even once we cut them out, cut places out, we welded them. I think we're past it. I mean, actually, we got probably better life expectancy than most people could.
And I agree with you, we need to start upgrading some of that, but I mean, next year's not a good year to do it.
I know, but we, at the same time, we have a budget. I mean, everything, that's the trouble. And it's not necessarily anybody's fault, it's just the way it is. We haven't ever been able to budget anything strictly for equipment. It's been a long time. And when you have to, so what you have to do is what we don't spend this year is put toward that, and toward the improvement fund, which, you know, deal up there. And the improvement fund is typically put to federal funds exchange money. And I bought some rock with that here in the last year. And then we also did Project East As and overlay job, which actually we're gonna have problems shoulders. So there's some things, I mean, yes, you know, you guys know equipment. I mean, the longer you run it, I mean,
You don't want it all
you
coming.
you can see the expenses in shopping and repairs and parts and on it in the last few years. And that's because things are on. Well, I'm not telling you guys anything. It's the trouble of it is you got so many things down there.
We don't
You
want
have
them all.
one truck trailer, then you're gonna have to go find something.
Well, it's either, yeah, I mean, one of them's got 600 or something. I mean, they all got over 500,000 miles on them. All of them all drive. Yeah, most of our pickups, except for mine, all have 100,000 and over 125. That's okay, I mean, for around here, but if you start sending somebody somewhere, you know, and I'm not, and we maintain them, so we haven't had any issues with them. I don't know, we're still about 2,000 for Chevrolets. We desperately need those, they're just, they're wore out from getting in and out. And
I was surprised when you brought that mileage report to us a month ago. I mean, on our dump trucks, we spend on 35,000 a year, and then the two tanker trips. And I don't think people realize how many miles. I mean, that worth a truck and vehicle out quick when they put 35,000 a year on. And when they've already had 600,000 on it.
So it's like tire food, and tire, everything's on the only saving grace right now this year's fuel has been down. I thought oil would be down, it was a penny cheaper than it was a year ago, so hopefully next year catches a cycle and it's down.
That's some special additives.
Yeah, well, it's still 33% water.
Yeah,
Because they can.
those binding agents.
And also, I mean, I cut both at 20%.
What's the line item for the pro services?
That's for inspections, Kirk and Michaels.
Oh, for like bridge inspections?
Bridge inspections, and then they're like they're doing the bridge design on this one that will be done over south of Mrs. Stafford. The one we have for the, yeah, well, the one that we ended up closing,
Oh, that was on the dirt road?
yes.
Because the one you have the deck off is on that little blacktop, right?
Yeah, it's on the blacktop, we finished it yesterday, so I'm sure it makes people happy.
Yeah, I had to take my mower down.
It
It was a dirt road.
to the lake.
It's really empty.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, I was surprised I didn't really get people phone calls on the guys here or stuff that I knew about it. People see them and say something to them, but they don't say nothing to me, other than UPS calls the office when it's closed.
Good for him.
You weren't. There's-
I'm not, I'm just saying other people probably are.
Do Kirkland and Michaels, do they inspect a certain percentage of bridges every year?
They're on by, we have, all our bridges are inspected every year.
So this coming year will be the year that we're.
This, they didn't know this year would be there. This year wasn't done last year, and then next year they won't. So we make that, yeah, and most of the pro services we pay out, some of, we paid out some already this year for the bridge design and then for the work we did for the Irish Corps roads, for the pavement markers and whatnot. But those will all be reimbursed, so that's an end of that, I guess. I mean, one off, on the high school roads, we don't pay anything, but they on the bridge thing. They have so many different programs at times, trying to keep all, what they pay 100% for, and what they pay 80% for, what they pay 90% for. It's difficult to figure out.
And they have to use two stop signs. And then you also have to have an engineering report to put in the stop signs.
Yeah, it's good where there's not,
Yeah.
we actually, we did with minor collectors, you know, shut that down. So, try to keep it then we had this, they did it for the townships the first time on it. When we placed rent lots to them, this, South Shore Township, it was about a third. So next year, this year, next year, we're going to pay more, the engineers will actually come here and check the passings of some few pins. So this year we won't have the cost of striping. I mean, that's budgeted enough for next year too, just in case something happens. I don't think we'll ever go back to striping. I know some counties that don't stripe after you graduate. Sure. Yeah, I think they need to stripe. We have more confidence about it if we don't get them striped. Even just a short duration where they're not striped. 3 months or whatever it is. We'll see. People make confidence. So, and with an older population, it's,
Yep.
I'd rather, I mean, that's what we're going to force is my feel
On your emergency preparedness, other equipment, so you have 15,000 budget for that?
Yeah, I bought some barricades and some other type stuff, just so we have enough stuff employed when we get to disaster. Yeah. I mean, as far as that goes.
And then we
could use every road market, if it ever gets to run out of market, because it puts barricade trail on. And road and bridge uses, also.
So you think there's some point we might put something like that together?
I'm thinking it would be a bad idea. And then maybe toward the end of this year, we'll see how much it is. We have capital outlay on this.
If you have the capital outlay from the road department, how much money do you have put away for now? Yeah, I was asking.
Well, we have. I just went to a little less than $200,000. Put in the fund right there. And we still have some transfers to go. We didn't transfer anything until last year. It was going up to the auditor, go through all the books, give their report, and we'll do that transfer here sometime in the next few months.
She's coming.
So if you have something going on, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. And if nothing else, we could go through this purchase for a year. He's Just let down.
He's got
I would, I would,
10,000 in emergency management.
Buildings out there, is all done?
it's all done, it's all wired.
Looks pretty
Just
good.
waiting for the city to get the wiring hooked up. They haven't, it was wet back in there when they started, so.
Well, City of St. John's is a curse district, so.
Well, I mean,
It's a referral district.
I will have to check again, I know that, I don't know what their issues are.
So they just need to bring the wire down with the bolt on it.
Yeah, it's got a run, there's bolts in the back of the shed, it's just got a couple of ways down there. But the service center, everything should be normal. All we do is get the overhead sorted out. I mean, they're all, everything's wired, Jeff Meyer did the wiring.
Okay.
Actually, Jeff, both Meyer and Davis did it. And Meyer was cheaper too.
So you haven't put anything in the building yet?
Yes, no,
Yeah.
I put the two
Oh.
deployment trailers are in there, the light stand, the power
The generator.
light plant,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it, and then the generator. I don't know if the fire department's going to think there's anything there or not. I couldn't secure the doors, so I had to go buy some C-clamps and lock the doors, and then I just, I went with the overheads and then I
Yeah,
locked
yeah.
the other ones. I got the lock-ins and we'll get some punch keys, plans for the door, so I'll have to chase keys on.
Does not have an address, separate address on the other this time.
Does it? You mean for S4? Because we're gonna have to add this building on.
I know, so, yeah.
I don't know, do they want to name those buildings ABC?
That's what I was gonna say.
Well, that's what they did down at the shop.
Probably, I mean, that street address would be the same.
Yeah,
It would be that
What's the
building.
size of the building?
it was 50 by 100.
I can look it up.
I have to.
It's just a
been too
story.
long.
I can look it up.
No, 50 by
I
100.
just have to think I need
It's
to
100.
add that. Okay,
Because there's 5 in the middle.
5,
We're getting into the storm season.
So that'd be building B?
I
Would be
don't
the
know
fire,
how they have
VA.
them out there.
Well, you got
EMS,
EMS, you got the fire, you got the sandy salt shed. It's
Yeah.
not worth a whole lot.
But it's still on there.
But the EMS building and the fire building would be a different address, number wise.
The only one that gets the mail out there
It's EMS,
is
636.
I just put it ABC.
It's the fire building up here, the gas building, it's what it's city.
So
Okay.
that
I
would
don't know,
be
it's just
so.
the lights put in, or the sandy is. No, that's the lights.
That's it.
Because you're not gonna heat it up. So you get just 100%.
It's actually, actually.
Yeah, I've heard about
It
it.
turned out well.
Very neat.
Then there's 20 running for fire department. Gets some issue with the rally and fire station. There's some other surplus. Anything else?
Good job.
How much coronavirus coming back? It's protesters.
Yeah, you didn't know the cure for the coronavirus is protests. I mean, you don't
I
know
don't think,
nothing about it.
I don't think it was a cure. I think it just took a back seat.
Yeah, evidently, I haven't heard nothing about it.
Okay, state linebacker came back and was.
Yeah.
They lived in the mass gathering restrictions. We didn't want to say other people, anybody else.
Okay, so I don't know, they told me it was the state is.
See, they've got a lot of that coverage.
Yeah, mostly with a lot of. Anything surprised me. I mean,
They didn't, there's a lot of just,
What
did
county
nothing.
was that?
They just opened up.
There wasn't no step deal, it was just.
No.
No, just over.
They want to have
I'd say half
Dodge
of
City
them.
Days,
Right.
and their health director is in charge of Dodge City Days as well.
Well, that's at the end of July, first part of August.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
This is all that.
Over there.
Yeah, he said it's radio.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, on the road,
It's huge out there.
Yep.
but yet they're the highest positive county in the state.
Overwhelming.
See, at one time, they said they were gonna open the casino, but slot machines are.
Get, Finney, 1, 2, and then Waterhouse, and then Leavenworth.
Did they open up?
Leavenworth is still in.
Yeah, they opened, but originally it was gonna be slot machines only.
Or is there a capacity out there? I think that casinos are a breeding ground for all diseases.
They all, I don't get, well, I don't get one in one day, or, I ended up coming home, I ended up flu, yeah. So I'm like, go to a casino in the winter again. Actually, I won money that time, but, yeah, sure. I would have traded it, I would have traded money for the weekend, when we put that credit. I had been messing around, so. No, this has been a few years back.
None of them are fun.
Oh, on the emergency management side, we are, the South Central District has been approved for a grant to deal with along with the East, to go along with Matt's notification system, which is on the bridge. It's something moving forward. It used to be what EAS was, I mean, IPAWS is, IPAWS is part of the bridge system. So that's what we did off the ground. So we'll see how that goes. I looked at learned about some sort of mass gathering, mass notification system. Text cell phones, and hopefully everybody in the county can sign up for it.
So if there was a tornado, a weather warning, it would go off.
Now,
tried
one time.
that's,
We tried it.
Was that ADT?
I don't remember. You remember
they've
that
got
one?
something that goes through the phone line and they speak to it. This would be more of like a text.
They didn't know, they didn't.
And you can actually geo-fence it to see where people, to the people that are signed up for it. Hopefully it doesn't geo-fence just because the tower's off there in somebody's town, they could, because they could be in Stafford County, but came in off of, in the southern end down that road by Myers and right. So hopefully we won't have those type of issues, but it's something that I think would benefit Stafford County and citizens. And we can also do public service, things about, okay, this road's closed, or if it has, road equals
Get out
today.
the boat.
Yeah, that type of stuff. I mean, just to notify people of stuff.
Do you want to be a poll worker?
Yeah.
I saw that.
I
Well,
have three.
what gets
I
me
have three.
is.
No, I got a couple of jobs, I don't even want to make
You want to be a poll worker? Come on, Philip, it'll change your life.
The wireless service in this county is very spotty.
Oh, yeah.
And so when they're talking about all this broadband and so on and so forth, and I get, can we get anything?
For wireless,
Yeah.
after all this, there's going to be a big push for
I think
broadband
it is
coming
too.
this way. Just for the simple fact, and they've talked about this in some point. The Zoom,
Right.
the internet was overwhelmed when the teachers had to go to Zoom.
Right.
So I don't think all of them could do it necessarily the times that they wanted to do it because it was taking up so much bandwidth. And so there'll be a big push to push it out in western Kansas where the system can be.
I was shocked they did as well as they did.
Yeah.
So I could not believe that. I didn't really see too many major issues getting all the Zoom meetings or anything.
Maxwell's always bad
Well,
with their.
yeah, it's terrible. They
Yeah,
need-
Maxwell's terrible
they
with
need
Verizon.
power.
Yeah.
So,
See, I can't use Verizon at my house.
Oh, you
But
can?
No, I used to do Verizon, I had to go to
Next day.
How does your next
See, I
step
don't
work
have-
at Maxwell?
Fine.
You good?
I don't have any issues with
There's a dead spot coming down Eden Valley Road around Eden Valley Church, but other than that, I don't have any trouble with that stack anywhere else in the county. And that, I mean, that is even on the career.
it. For her, it used to be terrible.
Yeah.
There's a tower over there east.
I
of
actually just had a
Joe's.
conversation with Kyle Barr this week on this type of topic, and he got to going about the way that they bid projects, and it's basically a race to the bottom. I wouldn't be able to accurately recount how he described it, but it becomes difficult for them to be able to do a project well with the amount of money that they allocate. Even when they allocate more money for broadband in these areas, it's not always easy for them to effectively get the money and actually create infrastructure, would be the bottom line of how I understood what he was talking about. But
And
I
that's
don't
why-
disagree, there's gonna be more and more emphasis on it, and we need to capture it
Well, and
where we
that's why
can.
the push will come from the government, from the feds.
So what's the new tower in Stafford?
AT&T.
But it's just a tower, they haven't put up antennas or anything, right?
I don't know that the switch has been flipped yet. Service is not better.
Well, you got a tower sitting on you that.
And if I'm not mistaken, when the government talks about broadband, they're talking about actual wires in the ground.
Other than
They're
they
not
have
fiber
to deal
optic.
with CenturyLink to get to the landline, and that's, maybe
Unbelievable.
they know.
Because when they
Downtown
put that
Stafford is too
you
large.
know,
AT&T.
When they
said
put that
it
tower
throughout.
on you, they basically said they had no intention of putting it.
And had to leave.
What was that, why did they put it down?
They were selling, the company that puts it up,
Just had to dig up
then leases it to Verizon. Verizon had major change in ownership. And the new group just said, we don't want it. So they have tried selling to other companies, they don't talk to each other. They,
Oh, so that's not a Verizon tower, that's
No.
an individual that leases it.
It's kind of
Yes.
like the
Yes.
FS,
Oh.
somebody builds it and then rents it and
Oh,
then try to,
yes.
try to
they're
sell it. This one
assuming that they can rent it out. They
That's
look
what
at
most of those
locations.
towers
I
are.
didn't realize that.
It's quite a deal. I've even been talking to them.
So
Nothing,
the one over by
I offered to
Sparrows,
buy
is that a
that.
Verizon
Right.
tower?
and they wouldn't take that either.
The 1 mile east of Sparrows? Yes. That's Verizon.
It'll cost them $25,000.
See, in the rest area, they have 5 bars.
And they would.
I'm surprised that's
and
not-
just sell it.
One and a half.
Yep. I offered.
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, if you look from the golf course, you look straight up at Verizon Tower.
But you have 2 bars to go.
That's all.
Yeah,
It's
and
unbelievable.
So did they
I
buy
still
that ground
think
that it
it's
sits on
directional.
from here, is it leased?
they can.
I've asked her.
Still paying.
Oh, no,
I'm not
it's-
sure who owns the tower down by,
They don't want anything.
Bird Fox,
Carl, okay, you did it.
because, well,
Because I thought
they're the ones that were pumping water into the ditch and draw that drain because they just limit water.
I'll just leave them.
Oh,
alone.
my
They can
goodness.
push
Pushing this water out into the ditch, it's not,
That's not what it's, they're not.
so they actually put a farm out there.
They're not
for
hurting.
trying to tell the water out of there.
Yeah, I can't even
I sure am so glad to hear that.
Go home and wash
They'll
dishes,
keep it
wash
short.
cartons.
Kill us all.
I watched KPTS channel 8.4 cartoons, kids
Kill
channel,
myself.
And then they're fine. Once I get there, they're very good.
24/7.
Carolyn, did you have something?
Well, I do, I guess. Well, you've talked with me about the terms of the board or authority to expire as the resolution that we passed back in 2015. So I just talked with Michael, and the way to clean this up, get it started in, is to introduce a new resolution establishing, and plus, one year has passed away, and his reason, so this thing to guess the firm is going to serve as a resolution established.
those terms 4-year terms or 2-year terms or what? Because we vote to put everybody on there, we need to put them on
I
there.
did.
Yeah, 4-year
You
term
said it have to be staggered.
So 4 and 2.
But you're basically starting over, so we're gonna have to do it again, right?
Right. I mean, even like key off of what those years were, 2016 was the 4-year term. Starting in 2018 was the term before. So,
So some of them are still on and some of them are
Hmm.
not.
They're all expired, aren't they?
well, it's through, well,
Some of them started in 18.
Well, I thought they expired in 18.
okay, you know what, it does, it says through December 2016, so those were short terms. If they had been reappointed at the end of 2016, I guess, then they would be on until now. But honestly, the way it reads.
I mean, this was a 2015 resolution.
Correct.
You had part of your board expiring in 16 and part in 18, but from what I just, that's what it appears to me. Unless,
So you'd have to recreate and
that's what I think,
new resolution. and-
that's what I'm
Well, that's not,
suggesting.
so you guys just need to find your new board members.
Right.
Right.
And it would
Or
be-
you could go back to the ones that, see if they're even still interested.
Our last meeting was August 31st of 2016.
You're coming up on 4 years.
Talking to them.
Yeah, I'll talk to somebody and we're supposed to get together next week and talk about it. So I don't have anybody that's still agreed to it yet.
I'll ask her.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
Oh, I thought you
no,
did.
no.
Okay. All right.
The lobby and.
Well, I think just want to talk to our members and see if they're still,
Yeah,
better
yeah.
find one that, because we had a
So how many
resignation.
members are there?
So,
So we appoint 3 and then we're 3 on there and then Carolyn's on.
It's pretty cut and dry, except for the 3 that are in the district.
So the 3 in the district, I mean, if I talk to them, do I need to say it's a 4-year term or 2-year term? Because it really doesn't matter.
well, if we looked at,
Go off what it was before.
Yeah, just do it what it was before. I think Kent was the appointee for my district. When he was appointed, was that for the full, for a 4 or a 2?
it was they were all for 4-year terms. No, I take that back, it would be 4-year terms once the initial term ended, so, if you appointed now for a term that would have ended in 2020, it would be essentially from 2020 to 20, say, through December 31st, 2024, right? And then for the terms that would have expired in 2018, going into 2022, they would be 2020 to 2022 terms. So the 4 terms would be a 2-year term to begin with. The others be a 4-year term.
So you'd still have 2 that would come off the same year, right?
I have 3 that come off in a year and 4 that come off in another year. Unless you want to set it up to have them staggered in increments of 2-year terms so that there's 2, 2, and 3 or
That
something
was
like
supposed to
that.
be good.
What are the commissioners' terms?
I would say
They
our
don't
term
all-
should
they-
coincide with
their
our,
election cycle.
because, you know,
Do
if,
they coincide
And
with the
the other
election
thing
cycle?
is, we appointed them because I think the commission wanted to have, and understandably so, a strong hand in getting this going. But it's not structured such that commissioners are by its structure, the members of the authority board.
So they don't
So
have to be
As
members.
over time, if you don't want, there could be other people running the board
but if the
authority.
commissioner wanted to serve on there, because I mean, I would think that if at some point that the board authority is getting taxi dollars, that the commissioner should be part of that.
Well, but it could be independent, so really the voters could be the ones that determine that. It can have its own taxing authority. We have never gone to the process of putting it to a vote.
Yeah.
know,
before it can get any taxes levied.
But then would that become the board as a voted on entity?
On my election,
Yeah.
I don't.
If it's a
it
taxing
can
entity,
be,
does
you know,
it?
I think it's something we probably ought to review in the bylaws, but it'd be like the extent, like, kind of like what you're doing, talking about
I
with
thought
the
we
extension
just
district, that you
appointed our own.
establish the
Yeah, see, I
initial
wasn't
board,
on
and
here
then
when
it's
you
time
And
to
it
go
goes
on
on the ballot?
I think all three of us, I mean, we picked one out and then all three of us
Doesn't,
voted
doesn't
on
that,
it.
what they're talking about with extension district?
Extension
I think that
district,
it ought to
yes.
go,
Because
That's
they're independent tax.
Right.
commissioners
I
should
didn't
be
know that's how
on the
that
board
worked.
on
Yes,
their,
yes.
on their term,
Yes, all the time.
because that's
Because
staggered.
extension districts,
And then I
watershed
think that the
districts,
three
functional
appointees,
ways.
when we appoint them, we
Like I said, there
ought
aren't that many
to do
porta
one for
potties out
two,
there, so
one for
I-
three, and one for
It's just,
four. Because if you have a
they
three-man
become
board and two
their own,
people
that's
go
why it
off,
takes a state,
that
a
third person's
resolution
like,
at the
what's
state
going
level
on?
of government
Commissioners
to
are
authorize it
on it.
because you're
They're
starting a
commissioners.
new
Yeah.
entity of government.
But they also.
We just never wanted to go out there and start
Yeah.
taxing before we have
Right.
definitely had a
But don't
business
you think
deal
that
in
we ought to
hand that's
stagger
gonna
that
make it
for a
essentially
2, 3, 4
self-sufficient.
year term for the
I'm
appointees?
just-
Yeah, that makes
And-
two.
It's been too long ago,
I
Carolyn.
understand,
But then you're gonna have
You
two
could have
of
two go
them,
out at the same time.
you'll have two go at the same time. What I want to do away with is to where you don't have one new person on the three-man board, instead of having two go on.
We're talking about state, making
Yeah.
the appoint
terms
two,
more
three,
staggered.
and four for those three people.
What do you
I
think,
think that
Blake?
Two, and three. Is that what you're
We're
saying?
saying
2, 3, 4. If you-
Terms, years, terms.
Yeah, when we first appoint them, do a 2, 3, and 4. Because if you have a three-man board, or three-person board, and two of them go off, I mean, that's, just leaves one guy. But if you appointed up 2, 3, and 4, then it goes to a 4-year term, you'll only have one board member coming off a year. You'll never have two board members come off.
Me,
Well, you're gonna have
four
seven.
commissioners.
Not the.
Yeah, no, and the commissioners will just do their term. If they're a commissioner, they're on the board. But I guess I'm just talking about the three that are appointees, that the commissioners appoint, have their terms to where the first time would be 2, 3, and 4. And that way you'd never have two appointees come off at the same time.
You wouldn't have to stagger the commissioners because they're already staggered. They're just automatically members. Although you could have two commissioners.
But if you go to.
I was gonna say.
a
You
taxing
could,
entity,
that's just
that's
the way it
is.
what
Theoretically.
changed,
Yeah, that's the way it
because
is.
it's got to fit with the election cycle. If you go
And the bad part
where
is if two
if
commissioners
you
come
guys
off
are no longer on
and
the
two
board
appointeds
and
come
it goes
off,
to
you
elected
could lose 4 out of the 7.
But that wouldn't
Right
happen
there.
unless you start levying funds.
I wouldn't think
Right.
the appointments
And
would
obviously
come
that's
off
not
right
gonna
away.
happen.
They're still there.
We gotta find
Something does.
$500,000 out of the budget for this.
In theory,
It
in
could
theory.
It could
I
have.
mean, that could work for a while until, if we ever get to the point to where
We can kind of redo it.
it would have to be redone, because it would have to fit
I think,
with my election cycle.
yeah, I think, okay, so before you can go through that process of putting it before the public for a ballot to become a taxing entity, because you have to have a plan for your development. Maybe that's the context that you address, the idea of how elections would fit into it, is there's your plan. So,
I think for right now, we just need to have a resolution. How are we gonna do the board now? Sound legal? Okay.
so first step is just confirming people are willing to serve, and then we'll talk about how to line them up in a staggered way. Okay.
Do you want to contact them, or do you want me to, for us to contact their own, or how do you?
I'm in communication with one individual, and I think it'd be a good one, I think it's good too.
Why don't we all just talk to her,
Yeah, talk to
and then
her.
get back to their ones? That'd be all right.
Right.
Thank you.
I haven't talked to Carl yet, but we did budget out in general for this year to purchase 2 vehicles. And his budget is I would honestly do like that. I've got 38,000 sitting there, and I approach him about maybe updating that with the thought that if I go to a meeting, I could use it. If we buy that at courthouse general, maybe we cut down some hours we're paying. I haven't talked to him yet, I don't know if he'd even be interested, but
I'd like to see what, it's gonna be able to use it.
exactly. And that's how I would spin it to him
Yeah.
if, you know, we don't go to very many meetings anymore, obviously, but, if you available, if somebody
Sure,
could use it
yeah.
too.
So that 38,000 would come out of courthouse general?
Mhm.
And then does Carl have any set aside to replace that vehicle that he would
He's
put with
work-
that?
he budgeted for next, I mean, he's budgeting for it now. But then, since, obviously I haven't done any of my budgets yet, but I would take that out of general for next year. Just do the one vehicle for the sheriff's department, since we're off the other fund now. He can buy that second vehicle, but we put that in there years ago to get that second vehicle and keep adding extra. So I don't think we need to buy one, a county car, or, you know, we used to have one. But if we could share with the appraiser's office, kind of get something that would work for both, I think that might, I mean,
I think it'd save us a little money and maybe you might be able to keep a better vehicle.
that's what I'm
If all the
thinking.
departments kind of go together.
Mhm.
Because basically, you're just saying that anybody at the courthouse.
If they're not using it, you know, out in the field or whatever, if I have to run this line to a meeting or whatever, I can use that instead of you guys paying for mine. And Luann goes occasionally, Mary goes, I mean, I'll talk to Carl. I had, like I said, I haven't even mentioned it to him, I've just been looking through the budget numbers and, you know, this might be a good year to do it. Next year's not gonna be a good year for anything.
So that would come off of this year's.
And are we gonna try to do any building maintenance next year on this building? Clay, you kind of keep track of that,
I think we did.
get part of that out there.
As long as we don't have a hailstorm, that's first that was pretty good.
Okay, I'll talk to Carl about that.
Because we've been around the building completely now. Because the last phase was this part here. Then we got the district court, or the courtroom up in the district, the ceiling fixed.
Jesse had to do that
And,
because, well, we shut down.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I told him just whenever he could, get his go with the names.
but we got the basement taken care of. So the OSHA got
No water or alarm going off?
in the spalding on the steps.
No, I think we're in pretty good shape.
I'd need to print off a resolution, which I'm gonna read it, probably we can talk about it next week. But there was a resolution, basically it was when the hospital was done, with the board members on the hospital. And then, because I mean, I know the only one that we've appointed on there as long as I've been on is Carolyn. But I know their terms stagger. And I mean, I've been to one board meeting, I need to start going to more. But the one board meeting that I went, one of their terms is up, and they said, well, your term's up. And he said, well, I'll run again, I'll do it again. Well, I don't think that is up to them. If they want to run again, they need to say, I would be willing to run again. And then we need to appoint them. Because if they're on a 4-year term and they've just taken it on themselves for the last 2 terms to stay on, they're really not board members if the commissioners haven't appointed them.
Without looking at the resolution, unless it says they're automatically reappointed or something, which
And I mean,
I'm hard pressed to think that, but
And I'm not saying that we need to change stuff up, but I do think that we need to have the opportunity that if we want to have, if we have a good appointee, that we ought to be able to appoint.
It's been the practice that they just stay on as long as they're not asking.
But if that's not the way it's written.
Carolyn's not the one. Tim,
Tim Moore.
and
Scott Fortmiller.
and Scott. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've had 3 years.
Yeah, so we have
So you got-
appointed 3 of them.
We only had a 4-member board for a lot of years.
Okay. So there should be 2 appointees out of each district and then a member at large, but they're all appointed by the commissioners.
In the past, we've never dealt with it unless there was an opening and somebody just,
They are doing the pie judging.
Yes.
It will be at the rec center in Stafford.
We can't miss that.
July 14th. Paper called. I told her that's what you guys were waiting on, your call, so.
July 14th?
That's what she said, July 14th.
At the rec building. Mark that on the calendar.
Put that on the to-do
But they
list.
aren't doing, it's on your list. They aren't doing any open class exhibits this year.
Oh, they're not?
maybe nobody will bring it.
So, well, she's wondering how much participation they'll have, but
I got one on tomato I've been talking to.
Maybe.
oh. So, anyway, but yeah, you're on for pie.
How many more budgets do we have to come in?
Oh, I've got 7 to bring you. I get solid waste,
Because that's what
treasure,
come off today.
DMS.
I mean, that's good. I thought we might have to get a whole team for that. I mean, that's.
You just
Most of
got
them are wrong.
treasure, EMS, solid waste, and all the ones that I bring you. And then
Some are like our-
Historical Society, Hospital, Extension, yeah, I got them next week. Then the Southwest Development and Sunflower, that was their roll schedule, so. They're rolling in. Which is good.
You don't have the value, oh yeah, you do, you have the valuation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much,
Down.
how much?
5.2 million.
Out of 90 million roughly?
88 or 89?
Which is basically roughly comes to, we got 500,000.
500,000 out of the budget. Somehow, somewhere.
Mike, we need to have you get well card. How's your back coming along?
Look at him.
I think he's worse than last week.
Oh, man,
I've been to the chiropractor.
No.
that's your problem.
No.
Joking.
Bring me a massage chair in here.
Need some CBD oil.
I have an inversion table.
All kinds
My
of.
mom has one, she swears by
Yeah.
that thing. She's in it 2 or 3 times a week.
Have you seen those ones that pull you apart? Oh, that's heavy.
Traction.
Yeah.
Tracks.
Gills down.
Have you done one?
That's why he's taller.
Is that a good thing? Really?
Jim said he made his own.
Really?
Hydraulics.
He's grown 2 inches.
I'd be nervous about that.
He wanted me to try it out. I said, no, I don't think so. He made his own.
Really?
If they cost so much, he made his own. He wanted me to come try it out. I think I'll pass. You let me run the hydraulics.
I'd be too nervous about that.
Mouth.
That's gonna go either way.
Yeah.
Some of the
Anything else,
townships
then?
got hit harder than this though, didn't they? Because there's oil disproportionately.
On the
oil
townships?
on the
That's just the
townships.
total. That's
Yeah.
the total.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to see Ellis County,
There's a couple others worse.
because they were worried, you know, several months ago, and hoping that their sales tax revenue would offset.
State assessed utilities went up slightly because White Plains stuck one of their pipelines on, which caught the southwest corner, but it really wasn't enough to make any difference to the rest of us.
Sales tax is down between about 10 and 15%. We haven't seen ours, but initial numbers, and that's like, that goes to the beginning of March, so that's not even covering lockdown.
Last couple of months.
Anything, so.
Last couple of months.
Now,
Some of the townships could be
Yeah,
30,
it'll go higher.
40%.
yeah.
Yeah, easily.
There's 4 of our townships that are gonna take big hits.
Yeah. Anything else? We'll adjourn.
what did you